How's it going, everyone? I'm gonna have a pretty short stream today. Whoa, let's get this right. There we go. Yes. We are picking up new puppy today, so we're gonna play for a couple hours, but we're just playing, you know? Nothing crazy. I redid my hideout. I like it. I think. I don't know. We got some treasure and stuff up here, and anyways, I like it. It works really smooth. It's been working well for me. I enjoy it. I got like all my things right here. Yeah, I do. Okay, cool. I got the maps, and you can just go. I was trying out the different chaotic omen waystone things that like make them all have rarity or pack size or number of rare monsters and magic monsters. And it's pretty interesting because pack size will definitely give you the most experience for sure. But it was also the most dangerous. Number of rare monsters and rare magic monsters, and then rarity were kind of like, honestly, they felt the same. They really didn't feel that much different. But rarity, those actual waystones cost a lot more to buy. Like a lot more. So, I don't know. Yes. Something to think about, I guess. So, I really want to do Savannah, but it's not triple affected. It feels bad. And there's a piece of me that just doesn't want to do this one. I just don't want to do this Hidden Grotto because, oh god. I do Green Havana. Pretty good intro. Oh, I got a new filter too. I don't know if I like it. I have to keep messing with it now. Increased magnitude. Well, I have one of them, you know. So that feels good. That's a good area. Oh, I mean, the lightning damage, of course.
You there, local, come here.
Yeah, we kind of just have to like go here. Oh, I actually might be able to get everything. Cool. Let's do it. Another thing I've noticed is that, like, dude, my expedition logbooks are so hard to find. I don't know why. I've been pressing Alt and making sure, like, okay, I'm not, like, leaving them with my new loot filter or anything, right? I've done, like, 10, and I haven't gotten a logbook. It's been crazy. I don't know what's going on.
I can't see that.
Oh, I wanted to try something for fun. Someone was suggesting it, and I kind of wanted to try it. I mean, actually, I'm going to try it right now. I actually want to try this. Because what is the base cast time of the ball lightning? 1 second. Okay. So it was kind of a weird idea. But I want to try it. I just, like, it just seems stupid. It just seems stupid, but, like, I want to try it. Alright. I dropped a headhunter. Should I wear it or sell it for something else? That's up to you, man. Okay. So we take deliberation out. And we put in ball lightning. It's so stupid. But I want to try it. I want to know, dude. I want to know what it looks like. With the Scion's temper. Like, someone was suggesting it, and I was like, I have to try this. I have to. I want to know. The idea is that you don't have to cast ball lightning anymore. The ball lightnings just cast themselves. Like that. I don't think the execution's going to be very good, but I want to know. So the idea is because yeah. Oh my god, why? Okay. Oh man. That's too funny. Is it good? No. Is it hilarious? Absolutely. The volume is low, by the way. Really? The volume is low? Hold on. Because, like, it shouldn't be. Like, I'm looking at my mic right now, and my mic is, like, full maxed on volume. And Path of Exile is, like, nearly full blasted as well. It might be you, brother. I don't know. Look at all the ball lightning. It's so dumb. I don't know. Does it work? Yes. Is it practical? Not really. Am I holding my lightning warp button down or tapping it? Oh, I'm holding it down, bro. I ain't putting myself through that pain. The problem is that it's so, oh, God, it's just like, it's kind of funny, bro. It's a totally different build, but it's actually kind of hilarious. It's actually pretty funny. So the idea is that like when the cast on critical goes off, the ball lightnings are going to be cast on top of the arcs, or you could just replace arc with ball lightning, and you can just sit there and permanent lightning warp throughout the whole map is the idea. The problem is that it casts a lot of mana, bro. Like a lot of mana, and it's not as good as just like letting the arcs just go out and just one shot the whole screen. But oh my God. Is that entertaining?
You did well in that.
Is it good? Not really. Is it entertaining? Absolutely.
Now lies dormant.
After which level do I need to swap the build better? I mean, change leveling to endgame. There is no like hard swap, man. There is no like, at what point do I do this? There isn't an answer to that, unfortunately. Really, it's more a case of there's no hard answers to like, at what point do I shift into this version of the build? And it's like you're consistently every day. Like, every day you're consistently shifting into the build. Every day you're trying to improve something a little bit. You're trying to get, like, one piece of armor that's a little bit better here. A little piece of armor that's better there. This piece, this piece, this piece. You're making adjustments here and here and here in your tree. Every single time you level up, you're shifting one way to the left and one way to the right. Every single time. It's like you're dynamically changing every single time. I'm just giving you, like, the hard checkpoints, right? Like, you're changing the way you're moving and what spells you're casting through the map, but, like, once you get to the checkpoint, that's, like, where you want to be. And that's basically what I'm doing, is I'm giving you checkpoints in the build progression. Yeah, well, I mean, that's your problem, right? Issue is that Path of Exile is not a game where it's like, ah, fuck, I can't figure it out. Here, let me go look at this YouTube content creator build and just put it together with the ragtag fucking set of shit gear that I have, and hopefully it'll work. Nope, it won't. It won't work. You have to have a mind of your own a little bit to play this game. You have to be able to think dynamically in your own specific scenario, in your own specific situation. What is the best way for you to push forward to the checkpoint of the build? You know where the checkpoints of the build are. You know what the build is supposed to do when you get there. How do you get there in the smoothest way possible with the gear that you already have? That is the question, my man. That is the big brain questions.
Detonation time.
Actually, no one takes flying spears when I die. I lost on those little tweaks. Please show once again the rolls for one-shot bosses and the gem switches. When I get to a boss, I will. When I get to a boss, I'll show gem swaps. Maybe that's why I find this game more enjoyable to watch than to play it myself. Yeah. Hello? There you are. Boom. Why does everything here have proximal tangibility? What's the point of that? Why are there like 24 people watching and only 2 likes? It makes sense. Only, I think it's like 2% of people that watch actually like the video. Something like that. It's pretty common. Usually it's 5% on a YouTube video and like 1 to 2% on a stream. It's pretty common. Include Pinnacle Boss. Sure. Do you have an amulet and still recommendation? The first one is going to be conservative casting, then it's going to be arcane intensity, then it will be lightning rod. In that order as you evolve the build and get stronger.
Garukan favors me.
Like that. And that's it. Go. Map done.
Go on.
That's the thing I like about this build, man. It's so smooth. Like once you get it going, dude. It's a very, very smooth build. Yeah, I wish I understood people's... Oh. I looked at the stream. I looked at the chat. I looked at the chat. Don't ever look at the chat. Don't talk to people.
You speak.
If you ever have ideas of looking at someone, just don't. Is this the Faradin Prince boss? I really don't like this boss. I really, really do not like this boss. Nice. Yeah, if you're able to get your resistances from your boots, your helm, and your armor to be enough, then yeah, go for it. 32% cast speed sounds pretty good. Without any consequences either. Problem is, those ones don't do anything. Oh, there's the Abyssal Depth. So I was like, I swear it said I was supposed to go to an Abyssal Depth. Now I'm setting up for Headhunter. I don't think it'll be much better than my current belt, but I need to test it. Makes sense, yeah. Yeah, I don't think much is going to be able to overpower something that gives you 33% cast speed for free. It doesn't increase your mana cost. It doesn't say you do reduced damage. It doesn't say you have reduced crit hit chance. It's just like, here's 32% cast speed. Have fun. Which is very rare in this game, right? Because like everything in this game is like a give and take. It's like, okay, I can be more powerful this way, but at what cost? Like everything in this game is like making a deal with a demon from Louisiana, man. Hi, how to download this game? Very nice graphics. The homies in the chat will hook you up. We're not even on step 1. We're on step, like, I'm thinking about it. I do need to share the filter. I will share the filter tomorrow. I promise. Like, I'm still working with it. It's still showing things I don't want it to show. So I'm trying to improve it. I'm trying to modify it. Because it's being sort of a pain in the ass. Alright, for the homeboy who had the question about bosses. Alright, here's how this works. So, when we go against boss, we're going to do a 3-gem swap. We're going to swap out Deliberation, Scion's Temper, and Boundless Energy. We're going to take these 3 and we're going to toss them out. And what we're going to replace them with is Efficiency, Lightning Conduit, and Rising Tempest. We're going to put all on cast on critical. Alright? Cool. Now we can go against the boss. Now when we go against the boss, the rotation is going to be your Sigil of Power, obviously, right? If you can get it to where, like, the boss has an animation in the front, just go ahead and cast your Elemental Weakness a couple times just to empower the inside of the Sigil, so that when you do, now it's up to 3 and you have just a little bit more power. But this boss, we're not going to be able to do that. We have to go straight into the rotation, so... What about the belt that blah, 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 Anthony said it looks like an idea that probably need res. Yes, we were just talking about that. Alright, so here's homeboy. 1, 2, 3. And black. Okay, so now he's gonna go into his little. He's gonna go into his little animation here.
Your destiny. It is mine to claim.
I don't know if the sigil is going to go down or not. Doesn't look like it is. Oh, and the game crashes. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, brother. Oh. Nothing better than explaining to someone who is coming in and asking for help just how to kill a boss than to just have the game crash on you on like the hardest boss in the game. Homie better drop me a Rakiata's Flow, even though Rakiata's Flow doesn't drop from him. Holy, okay, hey, I found him. Alright, buddy. Alright, bye-bye. Sorry, I couldn't actually talk about what that combo was. I just needed to kill him. Wow, blessing. Ugh. So gross. So gross. Yeah, I'll take that. Alright, cool. Honest question, should I invest 60 divs I lucked into continuing this build or just re-roll a Blood Mage? Just re-roll a Blood Mage, man. I gotta be honest, homie. If the answer is, should I put effort into this game or should I play Blood Mage? Just play Blood Mage. Those boots are kind of hot. Those boots are kind of hot, homie. God damn. They're not exquisites. And I'd have to corrupt them to see if I can hit the double socket.
Speak.
Alright. I think I'm all out. Have I considered Ingenuity build? Absolutely I have. The thing is that this build, you have to do a lot to solve the resistance issues because of Malagaros. And then you're like, alright, now I need to solve the resistance issues of running you either run Ingenuity belt, you run Darkness Enthroned, or you run Alpha Howl. Those are your three. And I would think that of those three, honestly, Darkness Enthroned or Ingenuity are going to be the better ones. And that's a toss-up of like, okay, well, what's better, Ingenuity or Darkness Enthroned? Because Darkness Enthroned, you can actually legitimately just get like 32%, like straight up, no bullshit. You just get 32% cast speed for free, right? That's how good Darkness Enthroned is. But if I had to make an argument, I really would think that Ingenuity is better. And here's the reason why. Right ring and left. These things can get kind of stupid. Let's just do like a 35-35. Now, they're very expensive, right? But a 35 and a 35, all right? This is what we get. Okay, now, let's go back into looking at our rings here, right? And let's say that you have a ring that's more like this speed, okay? It's going to give you that bonus to mana, that bonus to cast speed, and the bonus to rarity. And you could have lightning damage on it too, and it's 35% of each, right? So really what you're doing is you're getting 70% of another ring, is really what it is, right? That's really what Ingenuity is saying. Ingenuity, if both of your rings are basically exactly the same because they're both breach rings, then what Ingenuity is really saying is get 70% or 60% of another ring. And it's like, how good are the stats on this ring? Pretty good. 70% of rarity, 70% of the 21% cast speed, 70% of the fire res, 70% of the mana, 70% of like all that stuff. I think all of those things multiplied against each other are probably going to be more impactful than just having pure 32% cast speed. Why do I have damage to attacks and not lightning damage? Because have you seen how much this ring is if you want lightning damage? You know what? I'm actually kind of curious. I could probably get a better breach ring. I am curious to see how much it would cost. Because I do need to replace this ring. So let's do that. Let's see how much that would cost, shall we? I would want mana regen, really, over anything, but it is very, very end game. Yep, it's pretty much always going to be Ingenuity for rarity and HH for pure speed. I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree. I think Ingenuity is just, like, the way to go. It's like, what basically Ingenuity says is, here's 70% of a ring, and your rings are fucking god tier. And it's like, rings give you so much insane amounts of power that I don't think it can compete. Like, I think it's better than Headhunter. I think it's better than Darkness Enthroned. I think it's better than Alpha Howl. I think it's better than a lot of things. I think Ingenuity just giving you, like, here's a third ring is, like, kind of fucking wild. I just got a really good ring for 50 divs. I don't have 50 divs, so we're gonna see, you know, we're gonna see. All right, so obviously we're gonna want mana, duh. Not pseudo. We want the implicit. Or sorry, the explicit. Explicit mana. We want explicit cast speed. We're going to want rarity of items, obviously. And then we're going to want lightning damage. This is... This is such a ridiculous roll on a breach ring. There's no way this thing's going to exist. But alright. We'll do mana's the highest. We want at least 20%. Oh, and I also need fire res. Hold on. Holy shit. So, like, it's literally... This is 3 rolls because the rarity is 2 of each. This is the ring I would need if I wanted to have the increased lightning damage. It's just kind of actually ridiculous, but we'll see if it exists. We'll go 40 on the rarity. I don't know how much that can get. I know I'm going to need at least 39% on the fire res because my character literally is at 75%. So I need that at least. Yeah. It doesn't exist. Yeah, it doesn't exist. Maybe because the rarity is too high. Yeah, the rarity was too high. Okay, so that's the highest rarity we could get with those. All right, so it's a single roll rarity, right? Okay, so single roll rarity. Like, this isn't a bad ring for 35 divs. This one has not been qualityed yet, so 159 mana would turn into 159 times 1.4. I don't know what that is. Hold on. 222 mana. Okay. Yeah. Let's go rarity at least 20%. Now there's only 4. There's only 4 rings that have this. So if you're ever curious... Yo, this ring is fucking wild. I want this ring. I want this ring right now. Look at this thing. It has everything. It has lightning damage, has huge mana, rarity to items, cast speed, fire resist, and mana regeneration. I want it. I want it so bad. But you can see why. Like, these, it's just so impossibly, like, difficult to get. The lightning damage is bad on it. I would agree. I'd say increase the lightning damage is probably like a misroll. Let's go mana. Let's go full on explicit to mana percentage. I think you're right on that. I think you are. Yeah. It's not a pseudo. It's an actual mana roll. Yeah, there we go. There's one. And it has the mana modifier on it. This 5% increased mana is literally just going to give me what a 242 increased mana ring would give me. Because the cast speed, it does give me some fat mana regeneration rate, though. That 75% mana regeneration rate is pretty fucking wild, ain't gonna lie. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good ring, man. I ain't gonna lie, that ring's actually pretty hot. That has everything, man. That mana regeneration rate is actually so good. Want to lend my 2 rings? Nah, I'm good, man. Why are you not playing with 150 spirit anymore? Because I changed my chest. I decided that having 1,500 more energy shield was more important than having convalescence. You could get that, then get the unique ring that clones that one or something, yeah. Yeah, I definitely could. Because cloning it would give me 150% mana regeneration rate, and that would help a lot with a lot of things. But there are things that I need to buy that are more powerful than this ring. The ring is nice, but that's the reason why. I guess that was the whole thing of what we were doing was like, hey, what's the reasoning why you're not, like, why are you running attack damage on your breach ring? Homie, because it's fucking expensive. That's why. Because I'm poor is really the answer to that question. And people look in and be like, 41 divs and you're poor? Yeah, bro. Trust me, I'm poor. You want to see what middle class looks like in Path of Exile? Let me show you what middle class looks like in Path of Exile, bro. I think he did this in Yappin when he was doing the, yeah. That is middle class. Homie is selling his 3,500 Orb of Annulments for 1,150 divs. That is middle class in Path of Exile, dude. Like, high class is trading for like 8,000 to 10,000 divs, bro. They just control everything. There are 100 people in this game that control 95% of the market. It's so gross. I mean, I don't know if this thing. I'm gonna use the greater ones that I have. If it hits, it hits. It did not hit, so whatever.
Have you found more of what we...
Orb Cartel. There is no middle class, just like the US. Yeah, dude, I was like, if you ever want to play something that makes you feel the realism of capitalism, just play Path of Exile, bro. Path of Exile will get you a speed course in capitalism. Alright, we're out of maps. Cool. Cool. So, what do you think pack size or number of rare monsters is better for the big boys that are in here? When you're like modifying your waystones, number of rares, I agree. I've had number of rares giving me better things too. Didn't invest heavily into Nvidia 5 years ago. You are now part of the permanent underclass. Yeah. Rare for loot. I say it's better than rarity. I agree. I have no arguments against that at all. I am absolutely in agreement with that statement.
Yes?
And they're so much cheaper too. That's the other thing I love about it, man.
All right. Your order
Like
is
1/3 of a
registered.
div for 20 of these things, dude. Oh my god. They're so much cheaper. And I think that's like another thing that makes them more profitable is the fact that like when you put 100%, when you're putting the rarity ones in and you're selling those waystones with the rarity, you're hoping that you make an extra 25 exalteds on that map to pay off the extra 25 that you had to pay for this omen rather than just using chaotic monsters, right? You're having to pay off the cost of how much the omen of the rarity monsters was. So, yeah. I don't know. Where's my favorite one, dude? Give me my favorite one. Darn. This one is technically the best. Actually, technically, this one's the best one. But reducing my skill speed for each time I've used a skill recently is basically the death of any Sorc player, so we're just not going to do that. We have to go grasping veins. This gives me pack size. There it is. That's the best one. That's the best one. That gives you 40% rarity and 10% pack size. Now, here's the real question. Do you guys feel greed or guilt is better when you're doing your delirium? So that's a real question. Because, I don't know, man. Like, 24% rarity on the map does feel good. Don't get me wrong. I ain't gonna lie about that. But, like, having the pack size be pretty juiced also feels very, very good. This is the reason why I stopped juicing with rarity. Not enough profit to cover the cost. Exactly. Exactly. Greed or paranoia. So the thing about paranoia is paranoia doesn't do anything other than it just like straight up makes it harder. It just makes it more delirious. And the thing about making a map more delirious is it doesn't increase the chance of currency to drop. It just increases the level of the items. And so when you're increasing delirious, what you're really saying is I'm trying to farm exceptional bases. That's what happens when you're trying to pump up delirious. Because it doesn't do anything to actually modify the effect of currency drop rates. Paranoia used to modify how many raider monsters you got. Yeah, but it doesn't do that anymore. Look. It does not increase the rare monsters at all. There's nothing here that says it increases rare monsters. It does, even if it doesn't say it. Check the map after applying it. Okay, well, the map is going to get increased by the fact that it is increased by the explicit Wayfinder modifiers. That's a hard one to prove because I have a lot of things in here that increase the explicit amount of the modifiers on my Waystones. So the things that are modifying everything for rare monsters and stuff are going to get more modified when I enter the map. So that doesn't necessarily mean that the delirium is the thing that's modifying it. Just checking the number before instilling. Okay. I mean, all right, sure. Let's find out. Let's see. I will do it. I will do it. All right. So it says rare monsters is 47%. Let's instill delirium and see what happens. What? Huh? My brain is short-circuiting right now. There's no way. There's no fucking way. Have I been doing this wrong this whole time? There's no way. There's no way. Rare monsters, 53%. Get the fuck out of here. It's been paranoia this whole time. I'm so mad. I'm so fucking mad. I'm so fucking mad. I'm so fucking mad. I'm so angry. Fuck out of here, dude. God damn it. Fix your game. No, Fubgun never lies. Fubgun is love. Fubgun is life. Fubgun is Path of Exile Jesus. That dude is a religious movement.
Yes.
I need to look at your build as I am doing a CoC arc, but getting the crit spells is proving to be tough for me. I know one part is Chronomancer, but that time stop is fun. The time stop is fun, yes. Really, the only reason we run Stormweaver is to get the extra orb, and the double shock is really nice. Oh! Nice. Don't those things go for like 4 divs right now? Like 3 or 4 divs? Almost 3 days. I think 308. Okay. Well, the map already paid itself off.
Die forgotten.
I mean, there are a lot of runic monsters in here. Can I get this to be like right here? Oh my god, I can.
A violent method, but an effective one. If only all history was so easily uncovered.
This is a pretty good map! Today's a good day. And we got a logbook! Yo, what is this? This is the craziest map I've done! What is this? We haven't even gotten to the abyss or the breach yet. No. You're not. It should be called Excavation. I absolutely agree. And if that is the only reason you are not running it is because it's called Expedition, not Excavation, I absolutely fully support you. And if you have a petition that needs signing for changing that to Jonathan, I will sign it immediately. I don't. It's I don't have it binded twice. I have it bounded to regular right click and then shift right click. It just looks that way. Let's go, baby! Mama didn't raise no bitch. I got the like most powerful shrine right now, so I'm gonna abuse it while I have it. Money, money, money. And there's an abyssal depth. This is a wild ride. It's always been paranoia, man. It's always been paranoia. I'm gonna see if I can get some spawns right on the edge here. There we go. Alright, well, I tried. Permagloom, heck yeah, brother. All right. Let's go see what the Abyssal Depths has for us. Does Abyssal Depths actually take the things in your map? That's what I'm curious about. Or is Abyssal Depths just like its own instance? It's just, it has its own rarity, its own quant and everything. It's just a completely separate instance for your map and it's not modified at all. Because it seems like that's exactly what it is. It's just a completely separate instance. Which seems kind of ass backwards, but that's okay. Bro. That was like 4 divs. That map was 4 divs. Imagine you were able to get 4 divs every single map, man. That was a good map. It's its own instance also, in that if it crashes, your original map doesn't crash. Fog of War still cleared. Interesting. I don't see the fog, so I think it's separate, yeah. I agree. I agree. 2 very good rolls. I will roll that later. Got this one too. Both of these are super awesome. Yeah, that was a good map, man. Holy crap.
Hello. Collect more.
That was wild.
remnants.
Wow. All right. I have been running maps wrong this whole time. I feel so dumb. All right, so let's just run this one then. Right. Big rare monsters. And when you get marked for death with the rarity. This is going to be so dangerous, but I love it. I'm totally going for it. This is a great map. All right, everyone, hold on to your butts. Here we go. How much critical chance do I need for this build? 70%. I need 70%. Hello? Where is he? There he is. Guess I'll take that. Am I doing pinnacles for fragments? What do you mean? Sorry, I've got to focus up on the game. 1 second. There we go. Do you have quality on your Mana Tempest? I do. I do have quality on my Mana Tempest. If you are looking for this build, come to YouTube and just type in Operator Otter. I'll be live, and in the description there's a build planner for this. There's also a bunch of videos on how to actually get into this build through stages. It's not just like one build. It actually takes you through everything from the campaign all the way up to this point. Oh, obviously we don't want that one. That one's nice, but there's just not enough density around. So what, it's just like this? God, it's so lame. Alright. Thank you. I'm glad people are enjoying the build. Alright. I think there's a last rare down here. Should I remove Chaos Inoculation for Sekimas? No, why? It opens up a lot for you. Well, I guess because Sekimas doesn't have any chaos damage in it, does it? May I ask why you don't build with Eldritch Battery and Archmage? Why? All right.
Yes.
A new realm of power.
Let me show you why. Because I've had this question so many times. And you know what? I'm just gonna put the thing to rest. Erg. Why can't I grab it? Requirements not met. Shouldn't have any issues. Unless it's just because I'm running this, I'm not allowed to have it. No, it is. For more honor, I do good until it gets to the 4th level, and then I just get hit by everything that I once avoided. I don't know what to tell you there. Okay, I'll just make it short. Like, why do we not run Eldritch Battery? Eldritch Battery doubles our mana cost. You know what Archmage also does? Archmage also doubles our mana cost. And you're thinking to yourself, well, you're transferring so much of the energy shield into your mana. That's great, but then you have to run Mind Over Mana, right? Like, if you're gonna run Eldritch Battery, the thing is you can't run Eldritch Battery without running Mind Over Mana, right? And Mind Over Matter is 50% less mana recovery. That is a multiplicative amount. It is like literally all of your mana recovery, every fucking point of it, including the amount of mana that you get from on kill effects. Everything is fucking subtracted by 50%. So this is like, it's fucking so bad. It's so bad, right? Because what happens here is now you have made it so that your mana, like your cost of your spells costs 4 times higher, but you have not made your mana pool 4 times higher. And at the same time, you have also halved your mana regeneration rate. So you would need 8 times the mana regeneration rate to match what you can do with this amount of mana. And the question is that giving you 8 times more damage? And the answer to that question is not even fucking close. Not even fucking close does it give you the 8 times more damage. It gives you roughly like 30% more DPS, but you're so much more squishy and you cannot maintain that mana high enough unless you go so super giga into the endgame. I think Eldritch Battery Mind Over Matter has a place in the giga super endgame, but you can't run it now. That dream of Eldritch Battery is so dead. It's actually very surprising to see how many people who played Sorc in Season 1 just didn't fucking play Season 2. Like, they played Season 1, they completely skipped out on Season 2, and all knowledge of why Stormweaver was bad in Season 2 being that they actually nerfed the shit out of Eldritch Battery and Mind Over Matter and Archmage and everything else. They just nerfed the fucking shit out of all the things mana-related. They come back in Season 3 and they're like, why don't you run Eldritch Battery? And it's just like, yeah, for the same reasons we didn't run it in Season 2. Because it's fucking bad. Yeah, it's really shocking, dude, to like see how many people ooh, almost didn't catch that. Hold on. It's really interesting to see how many people just missed out on the memo of like why we do not do that anymore. Wait. Okay, I don't. Why we do not run that anymore. But you can Mind Over Matter without picking Mind Over Matter. Literally just read those two notables and you'll know why. Yeah, I played Frost on Nova Sorc last season. Pretty good. Yep. Yeah, Eldritch Battery is fucking garbage. What they did... They should be ashamed of themselves is what happened. And you know the worst part is that they look at Eldritch Battery and they look at the Eldritch Battery Mind Over Matter build and they're like, hey, your mana being able to consistently regenerate without any consequence, without you and having mana on kill, right? So you have mana on kill, all right? You have mana which requires you to kill the thing. Let's remember that, okay? Okay, so here's, you know what? No, I'm gonna crash out. We're gonna have a crash out here, boys. All right, hold on. No. This needs to be said because I can't. I don't understand why. Right? So, fucking crash out time. All right. So check this out. Right? The 0.1 Sorc, which was mana related. Okay. What did they not like about the 0.1 mana Sorc? Number one, they didn't like the fact that mana equaled your damage, right? They did not like that mana equaled your cast speed. They did not like the fact that mana equaled your life pool. They did not like the fact that mana regenerated continuously. And they didn't like the fact that mana returned on kill. Okay? These were the things that they looked at. And they said, we don't like the fact that mana is giving you damage, cast speed, it's your life pool, it regenerates consistently, and it gives you return on kill. Okay? This is what they didn't like. And so what did they do? Right? They nerfed the ever-living, like, dog crap out of it. They completely annihilated it. Alright, now... now... All right, now let's look at a specific class in the game. Let's say that life equals your damage. And let's say that life also equals your critical hit damage. And let's say that life is obviously your life pool, for sure. And let's say that life is able to regenerate continuously. And let's say that return more life than spell cost through leech. So apparently this right here is absolutely unacceptable. But this right here, this is so fine that we'll actually just let it go for 2 seasons. In fact, in 0.3, we'll just buff the fucking class. Someone explain this to me like I'm a 6-year-old why this is what happened. Can someone explain to me, like I am a kindergartner, why this was not okay, but this is completely okay, even though at a base foundational and mechanical level, they function under the exact same principles? Okay, crash out's over. Sorry. I apologize about that. I like playing Sorc, and I have fun playing the game, and I made Sorc work, and I'm still having fun. But it's just weird that, like, a class is that much more powerful and is able to exist with absolutely zero consequences, and they're fine with it. I don't know, man. Seems weird to me. I don't understand the vision. I don't know, man. I think I do understand the vision. I made a class that was absolutely garbage tier work through combo gameplay. I think I actually understand exactly what the vision is, unfortunately. Oh my god. What did I find? What did I do? Yikes. That was some good XP. Watch them buff Blood Mage again next season. Don't stop, please stop. It seems it's archetype design issue. They had similar ideas for two classes and made a decision to gut one of them. You know, that's not a bad point, but because no, that's not a bad point because they do function the same, right? Like, that is a good point. Damn, you know what? Actually, no, wait. Nah, dude, like, he explained it to me like I was a 3-year-old, and it actually makes sense. Because remember, I said they function exactly the same, right? They mechanically function exactly the same. So why did they nerf this one, but let this one go through? And he answered it. He said, because that type of mechanic where you stack one stat and it gives you that much power was only supposed to go to one archetype, which was the Blood Mage. They didn't want that to be an overarching type for all sorts of builds because it wasn't just Stormweaver that abused it. It was everyone. Everyone abused that. I don't know if you remember 0.1, but fucking Gemlings were rocking that shit. It wasn't just the fact that Stormweaver was strong. Stormweaver was just strong because it naturally had Arcane Surge and it had a double shock. But really, everyone had access to the idea that your mana pool can do this, and they wanted it to be completely archetyped or like single targeted into just Blood Mage can have that idea, or like that fantasy, which is stack into one thing and it's everything and it makes it work. That makes sense. That makes sense. Fuck me, dude. Damn, that actually, like, that makes me angry how much sense that makes. It actually makes me upset over how logical of an argument that is, and I actually have to sit down and go, fuck. All right, so what they're trying to do is they're trying to figure out a identity to the Sorc. That's what they're trying to do. And I think they almost did it with Infusions, except for the problem with Infusions is they gave access to Infusions to everybody. They didn't make it a Stormweaver or Chronomancer based thing, or even a Sorc-based thing. They made it everybody has access to Infusions thing. That's a great argument, man. That was well done. That's the best argument I've heard so far. You got a good head on your shoulders, mate. Oh, do I just put this like right? No, I just put this like around the corner right here. Oh, this will be hot. Here we go. Infusions were not the move. I think Infusions were the move. It's just that they made it... Okay, so here's the problem that they did with Infusions. The issue that they had with Infusions was... You know what? If I had to say one thing, I think Archon was really like the best thing that they could have done. I think infusions are good because it gives spellcasters a way to like combine specific parts. The problem is that it just seems that every single time you aim into one element, it's always better to aim into one element than try to combine elements. And they tried to fix that with elemental weakness, and it still didn't do the job. It still wasn't enough. And I think the reason being because of that is because the way that spell skills scale, because they scale exponentially, having a wand with +4 to all spells versus +5 to a single one, it just seems like the single one is always going to be stronger. So they kind of just... I think that's a gear issue too, man. What they need to do, if I wanted this whole tri-element thing to work, they obviously need to buff some of the infusions. They need to buff some of the infusions, and then what they need to do is they need to make something with Archon where Archon, the whole idea of it is that, like, okay, so if we look at Archon here, let's look at Lightning Archon, right? Lightning Archon activates after you spend 100% of your mana. And Ice Archon begins when you do an Ice Shield charge, and Fire Archon begins when you ignite an enemy. The Flame Archon one is the only one that kind of makes sense here, right? The idea is, what does flame damage do? It ignites. And it's like, what does cold damage do? It causes it to be cold, right? And it's like, what does this one do? What needs to happen here is that they need to remove this, right? This Flame Archon, when you ignite an enemy, needs to be something different. I don't know what it's going to be, but it needs to be something different than ignite. What needs to happen is that this one right here, this whole immune to ignite or immune to freeze and chill or immune to shock, it doesn't need to be that. This embodiment of lightning, this thing right here, what it needs to say is reduce the cooldown of the lockout time by 1 second for every time you shock an enemy. That needs to be the first thing. The second thing that they need to do for the Stormweaver is the Stormweaver in its passive tree, right down here, this one right here, this Tempest Caller, remove it. This whole elemental storm bullshit, get it the fuck out of here. Or make it here with Force of Will. I don't care. One of these two needs to go. And what it needs to be replaced with is anything that gives you plus skills to a specific element gives you plus skills to all elements. And so what that means is that if you have a wand that gives you +5 to lightning, it also gives you +5 to cold and +5 to fire. And if they did that, I honest to God think that Sorc would be fucking amazing. I think it would match the power of a Blood Mage. I really do. I really think it would do it. If we were able to permanently have Archon up and we were able to actually properly use our tri-elemental skill base, I think a lot of problems would be solved and it would be very, very fun. There also needs to be something where, like, in a passage tree down here, so like this one would be that one, and then this one right here, this skill on Stormweaver would be like, if under the effects, or it says you can be under the effects by more than one Archon. If under the effects of all 3 Archons, increase the effect of Archon by an additional 100%. Imagine that, dude. So +5 to lightning skills gives you +5 to all elemental skills. And then if you were able to ignite your enemies enough, chill your enemies enough, and shock your enemies enough to the points where you were able to have lightning Archon, Ice Archon, and Fire Archon all on at the same time, then you increase the bonuses of each by an additional 100% multiplicatively. Fuck yeah. Now we got a Stormcaller. Now we got that fantasy of, like, I am a legitimate controller of all of the elements and I am going to blast this map with everything. Now we're talking. Now we're on that power fantasy. And the thing is it wouldn't be easy to achieve that, right? Like, you're looking at that and going, that's super fucking busted, but like it's very hard to achieve that, is what I'm trying to say. That is not something easy to achieve.
Find more breach remnants for my research.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. It honestly feels like sometimes trying to go for quantity in these these things is like dumping the capital in these things to get the quantity is more capital than it takes to just buy them, even though it's absolutely false. So I get like 5% quantity, but I never get like 7% quantity or 6% quantity, which is the only two that I want. So I have to like put them in, and then later I have to re-roll them all and then re-put everything back in, and it's just a pain in my ass. The tower system feels fucking terrible in this game, to be honest. Yeah, we were talking about like how there would be a way to fix that.
Go on.
The tower system is pretty garbage. It's rough. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna sugarcoat that one for you, boys. It's pretty rough. All right, boys. This is gonna be the last map of the day. I am going out to meet my new pup today. We are getting a new one. We've met her already. Her name is Luna. She's a purebred Belgian. She's a doll. She's a sweetheart. Doesn't have an aggressive bone in her body. Very, very playful. And gonna go pick her up. So. I think so many people have talked about the problem of the towers. I think if there was one overarching problem with the game, it would be the tower system. The endgame system of the towers was just a miss, and they keep trying to double down on this tower system because I guess that was like their vision of like, we got to make this work because that's how we've always made it work, or that's just how we want it to work. But I don't know, dude. I think the towers just need to be redesigned from the ground up. There's something fundamentally wrong with how the tower system is working, and there's 10,000 different ways we can argue this, and I don't know exactly what is wrong or what is right or what we can do to fix it, but I know this from a player. That tower system feels awful. And like I just think there's a better way to do something. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to pretend like I'm a game developer and I know, you know, what the answer to that one is when it comes to a systems mechanic. I can argue for my class because I put in a lot of time into the class, and I feel like I have a lot of experience with Stormweaver, and I feel like those changes would be good. But when it comes to systems designs that would affect everybody, I don't really have a dog in this fight. But there just needs to be something better. Oh, and we ended it with a Divine Orb. Let's go. I need to go find a stream I had that like it made sense what I was doing, and I can't remember what it was. I think it was something where the percentage of the delirium was the thing that multiplied the effect of the tablets that you put in. I gotta remember what what suggestion I put in for that, even though I don't know if it's a great suggestion or not. It was something along the lines of like delirium would multiply the base amount by a lot more. The idea was to stop the triple stacking. I think that was the idea. The idea was stop trying to find a triple stack and let's make it worth a triple stack with a single stack. But the only way that you can make it worth a triple stack with a single stack, and they can't override. Like, tower maps shouldn't be able to interact with each other, I think was the argument that I was trying to go for. I think that, like, you know, when a map is affecting a certain amount of maps, it can't actually, like, interact with any other maps. The whole idea of like other towers can stack with other towers, I think was just a miss on the design. But I think I was able to mathematically show that if you increase the base amount of the tablets by 50%, and then you made it so that with delirium it gets multiplied, if you have 100% delirium, with a 50% increase into the base effect of the tablets, then it would equal out the same power as a triple stack map pool. But honestly, I think what it should be is you double the effects of the tablets, and then delirium multiplies it by that, so that if you have 50% delirious with the tablets in the maps, you get the same effect as a triple. I think that was the thing I was going for. I don't remember exactly, but it was something of that sort. That's unfortunate. Yeah, we're just gonna have to skip out on that one.
A touch of fire. The weight is forgotten.
I found around 50 damage and jumping around for a wand. Would it be worth looking for a higher spell damage or lightning damage? Doesn't matter. They're both the same. Whatever one you can get higher for cheaper, homie. Do I run rarity on my gear? Yes, I do. I have 123% rarity. I think my wand, if I were to try to sell it, I think my wand right now in today's market would be worth probably 200 divs. I bought it when it was 80 divs, but then I sanctified it and made it stronger. So I think it'd be worth 150 to 200 divs now. I don't know if I actually found the abyssal part of this map. I guess I did. Yeah, this wand is pretty wild, dude. It's a pretty good wand. What are your opinions on the mirror ring? I think it's great. I think if you can get a breach ring that's like super, super good, and you can get the ring that mirrors. Hold on. Like, it's... It's like copy of the other ring. I can't remember exactly what it's called. I can't remember exactly what the ring is called, but I do know what it is. I think if you can get a very strong breach ring, then it's worth it. Kalandra's Touch. Yeah, reflect opposite ring and mirror it. That's really good. It's like if you can invest into like a 100 div breach ring, it's absolutely worth it. You just have to remember that the resistance that you need to go for. So for me, it's like perfect, right? Because I need double fire resist. So if I go fire resist in one ring, I'm good to go. So I just need fire resist, cast speed. I did fire resist, cast speed, rarity, mana, and then total percent mana. And if I copy that on both rings, like, oh man, whew. It's cheaper than trying to get 2 GG rings, I'll say that. I almost have 1,000 breach splinters. Fun. Damn. All right, gents. Well, hey, I know it's a short stream today. Usually I'd be streaming for a bit longer, but like I said, we're going to go meet our new pup. or no, we've already met our new pup. We've already met her and played with her and everything. She's awesome. But I need to go pick up the new dog. And then I got to go pick up some grocery stuff. I might, when I get back, I'm probably going to be spending time with her and just like welcoming her and getting her accustomed to the new house. So I don't know if I'm going to stream again today. But if I do, look out for that. I will definitely be streaming again tomorrow. So look for me on that. Have yourselves a wonderful day. I really like the fact that you guys are enjoying the build and that we're able to come together and kind of like improve it and talk about some bullshit. It's awesome. Love you guys. Thank you so much. And I will see you tomorrow. Have a good one.